Hello and welcome to Spell Valley. My name is Connor, and today we're going to talk about a key concept in Spell Valley that I've discussed in a few of my prior videos, but it's really an idea so important, its mechanics so important that I thought it needed a full treatment in a video of its own. So today we're going to talk about levels. Spell Valley is a hero-driven game. As you play the game, you are going to collect more cards and more gold and level up your heroes. And as you level up your heroes, they get stronger. So at the beginning of the game, all your heroes are level 1. And you can see the number in the star here, in the gold star, that's a hero's level. And as a hero levels up, their properties change and grow and they become stronger. So let's look at the warrior, for example. The warrior is level 1 right now, and these slashes denote how a hero changes as they level up. So as you go from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, the warrior's attack changes. He has 4 attack at level 1, 5 attack at level 2, 6 attack at level 3, and so on. So every time you level up the warrior, he gets 1 more point of attack and 1 more point of health. Now, that's true of the warrior, but it's not true of every hero. So the giant, for example, he gets 1 point of attack every time he levels up, and 3 points of health instead of just 1. And that's because the giant's a different hero, he doesn't have charge, and so the amount his stats need to change for him to remain balanced is different than it is for warrior. Now the mage doesn't change her attack at all, it always stays at 1, and her health doesn't change very much at all. But as she levels up, her spell, her signature ability, does more and more damage. Consider now the Yeti as another example. The Yeti has the throw ability, which lets him throw heroes, allies, or enemies from one hex to another. And that's a really powerful spell. So to start, he has to wait until he has 5 mana, meaning he has to wait 5 turns, until he can cast throw. But at level 3, the mana cost drops from 5 to 4. And at level 5, it drops from 4 to 3 again. So sometimes the mana cost will change, or other properties. A big part of what makes a hero unique in Spell Valley is how the properties change and scale as they level up. Now, not every property that changes for a hero changes at all levels. You can see the Yeti, for example, because it's so powerful to go from a 5 mana spell to a 4 mana spell, or from a 4 mana spell to a 3 mana spell, he doesn't actually get any more attack or health at levels 3 and 5 when his mana cost goes down. You can see his attack stays at 5 when he goes from level 2 to level 3, and his health stays at 10. Similarly, he doesn't get any more attack after the 4th level, or any more health. Now, how do you level up your heroes? You level up your heroes by winning battles, and that's the primary thing you do in Spell Valley, is you play the actual game, you play the battles. So, when you come over here on the main screen, you have a bunch of quests, and these will include quests to win battles. Now, when you hit the battle button here, you'll be matched with another player. And if you win, you will complete this quest to win a battle, and that will look like this. You'll have now a completed quest here, which you can redeem with the Raven. And when the Raven comes back, you'll have a chest that you can open, and in that chest will be gold and cards. So we can open one up. You get some gold to start. You get gold in every chest. We found the mage here. So we're now a little closer to the 50 mage cards we need to reach level 2. We got a bunch of rangers, which actually pushes us over. So we now have enough rangers to upgrade our ranger to level 2. And then we got some wizards. We got a rare card. And you can always tap cards here if you're curious, well, what's the ranger? Well, the ranger can be upgraded to level 2 because we have enough cards here, and we have enough gold. So in order for us to upgrade the ranger, you need to have not only the 50 hero cards, ranger cards, required to go from level 1 to level 2, but you also need to have enough gold. And we have 4,000 gold. That's plenty. So we're going to spend 500 of it to upgrade the ranger. And you can see she got 1 more attack when we leveled her up. So the ranger's a character that actually doesn't get health at most levels. She only gets health at level 3. And at levels 2, 4, and 5, she gets 1 more attack. So her stats don't change very much as she levels up, and that's because they don't have to change very much. The ranger is such a powerful hero that small amounts of stats go a long way, and that's because she can move and then attack from a distance. And so, every point of attack means a lot for a hero like the Ranger. Okay, so your heroes all start at level 1. And as you play the game, as you win more battles, as you open more chests, you'll be able to upgrade more of your heroes. And so you'll be getting stronger and stronger, and that will make it easier for you to win more battles because you're going to have a better and better deck. But you can never have 5 level 5 heroes in your deck. And that's because the max level a hero can be played at is limited by its position in the deck, right? So your level 5 hero has to be in this rightmost slot. So even if your heroes are fully upgraded, only one of them can be your level 5. You have to choose carefully which one will I want to be my level 5. Now, you can see as an example in a friendly battle or a local battle, if you play against friends, all your heroes are automatically going to be upgraded to level 5. And that way it keeps things on an even playing field when you're playing with your friends. If your friend invites you to play, he's got some higher level heroes, don't worry. All your heroes are going to be leveled up to the max level if you play them in a friendly battle. So you can see here, this is just a local game, but the same thing would happen in a friendly battle. You can see my mage has been added up to level 5. And the key thing to realize is that your heroes can swap places in your hand before you've summoned them. So if I play an archer here, now her level is locked at 3. But the heroes that haven't been played, I can swap them around in my hand and change their level. So maybe I decide, actually, I want the Ranger to be my level 5 hero. And then the opponent has more information to work with. So the second player might look at these heroes which have been played and decide, well, actually, I only want my Ranger to be level 2. And that way, she'll be able to attack, kill this Ranger, right? So now we can play our Ranger here, and the opponent's Ranger doesn't want to walk up. And so actually our level 2 Ranger is really boxing out our opponent's level 5 Ranger, the level 5 hero. And so you can swap your heroes around in order to make their attacks line up with your opponent's health, or to get lower mana costs if you think that's important, or higher spell damage, or whatever else. And so a key piece of Spell Valley strategy is deciding how you want to swap your heroes around so that their levels will be as useful as possible in the actual game. And when you have all your heroes leveled up to level 5, like you do in friendly battles, you have the full set of options. You can swap around your heroes at will and choose exactly the right levels to defeat your opponent. So an implication of this is that when you're creating a deck in Spell Valley, and this is something I've talked a lot about in my Daily Deck series, you really want to think about what levels you want to play your heroes at, which heroes you want to have as your level 5, as your level 1, etc. And at first, when you're starting out, all your heroes are level 1, so this is not something you have to worry about too much. But as your heroes reach level 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you have to start thinking, okay, well, who do I want to be my strongest heroes? I may have leveled up more of them, but which hero is going to be best as my strongest hero in this deck? And another upshot of this system is that you can always play a new hero in your deck and not be giving up any levels. I just unlocked the Wizard. You unlock new heroes by finding them in chests. And when we unlock the Wizard, he's only level 1. But you can always put a new hero in your level 1 slot, and they'll still be at full power, because the hero in this leftmost position can never be more than level 1 anyway. And so if you find a new hero, you finally get that new hero you're excited about, you can always try them out in your deck at level 1. Now, they won't be the most powerful hero in your deck, but that'll just be replacing another level 1 hero anyway. And so you can try out new heroes without worrying, oh, well, it's not going to be high enough level, and I'm going to be at a huge disadvantage. Now, I want to take a moment to talk about monetization, because this is a controversial subject in games and in mobile games and in free-to-play games especially. Spell Valley is a free-to-play game, so you can download the game for free from the app stores and start playing right away. You can play the game, you can win battles and earn chests and collect more heroes, and you will never spend a dime. And that's okay. If you want to play the game and you think, okay, this is fun, this is interesting, but I'm not going to spend money on it, that's okay. You're welcome to play the game that way. Now, The way this works is that the rate at which you can earn new characters is limited by real time. So when you win a battle and you complete a quest, you earn a chest, and that chest gets redeemed. And the most basic chest, the silver chest here, takes 3 hours to come back, which means in order to get the chest and unlock the rewards that you got for winning the battle, you have to come back when this chest is being redeemed. And that's one of the reasons why it's important to turn on push notifications in Spell Valley, so that you're reminded when your chests are ready, so you can come back and play another battle. Now, it's understandable to say, what the hell, I just won my battle, where's my freaking chest? Why can't I open it right now? And the design reason for this is that because the game is free to play, if we just gave you all the content right up front, there'd be no path to monetization, there'd be no way for us to make money, and then there would be no game. We wouldn't be able to support it and keep releasing new heroes and justify all the time it takes to make this game so awesome. So the way this works is that if you don't spend any money, if you're playing the game for free, if you're a free-to-play player and you're giving us your attention every day, you're going to earn characters at a set rate, because you can only earn more content by redeeming chests, and eventually your chest slots fill up and you'll have to come back later in order to win a battle to earn another chest. However, you can keep playing battles even if your chest slots are full. We're not stopping you from playing the game. Play as much as you want. You can just only get content at a pace that's consistent with the rate at which you redeem chests. Now, I think a lot of games, that rate for free-to-play players is really, really, really slow. It feels like you're just never getting anywhere. And I don't take my word for it. You should play the game yourself. But I think you'll find that if you're a free-to-play player and you're not so sure about the game, you want to just give it some attention but not any money, you'll find that I think a lot of options become available to you relatively quickly. There's so many possible combinations of heroes. There's so many things you can do in the game that even with sort of this baseline rate at which you're earning characters, you're going to have plenty of content and plenty of things to do. And it's only if you really want to expand that possibility space even more and try even more crazy combinations and use even more higher level, higher rarity heroes that you might want to consider spending money. And that's up to you. I think we really value your time and attention, even as a free-to-play player. And if you decide, hey, I love this game, I want to support it more directly, then you can choose to spend money. You can buy gems. This is the same setup that most character collector mobile games use. You can buy gems in the shop like this. You can use those to buy chests, and you can unlock more heroes that way and get your favorite heroes a little faster. You can see we have 3 types of chests that you can buy for your gems, and you automatically earn gems, a small number of gems for playing the game. So you can see a chest like the Prince chest here. It's like the regular chests that you earn from completing quests, but it offers more higher rarity cards, and you get to choose between sets of 2 cards. So when we open a Prince chest, we get some gold at the start, and then we have... Okay, so this is a little bit of a weird example because we've only unlocked so many rares, but you'll see after the first one, we get choices of which heroes we want to get. And as long as you have, and it will offer as many choices as it can possibly give you. So once you've unlocked more of the cards, it'll give you a choice every single time. So I can say, hey, do I want the healer who heals her allies, or the assassin who's going to jump in and ambush enemy heroes? Assassin sounds pretty cool, so you can choose him. Do I want to keep leveling up my ranger or the new elk archer? I'll take the new elk archer. Do I want a let's get the giant a little closer to level 2, or a little closer to level 3. He already has enough for level 2. We get 1 Yeti, not a choice because the Yeti is the only epic available in the first region. But as you get to future regions, that would be a choice of epic. And then we got some gems out of the deal as well. So that, a little discount on our chest. And so when you're spending money in Spell Valley, really what you're spending that money on is gems, and those gems allow you to buy chests, and that gives you a little more agency over what cards you have in your collection and what heroes you're leveling up, because you get those choices, and it gives you access to more higher rarity heroes like the rares and the epics. And that's pretty much all I have to say about levels. I hope that you can see how the different levels of heroes and sort of the decision of what level to make your heroes in your deck, you can see how that's a really critical strategic decision, how it makes every level of the heroes relevant, because even once your heroes are maxed, you might want to have a, your ranger at level 1 or at level 5. And so a hero's, ultimate importance and strength isn't just determined by, its values at the highest level, but also how those values change, because all the levels are relevant in a competitive game of Spell Valley. I think that adds this really interesting twist, especially when it comes to adjusting to what your opponent has played and swapping the heroes in your hand and adjusting your levels on the fly. It gives this extra variable that you can use as a strategically minded player to outmaneuver your opponent and try to overcome those challenging counter matchups. If you think your opponent has a especially good deck against you, but you've seen a few of their heroes, you can adjust the positioning of your heroes accordingly, and then perhaps win the game with that advantage. So that's what I have to say about levels. I appreciate your time and attention. Please like and subscribe and download the game and tell your friends about it and drop a comment and join the Discord and read the design blog if you want a little more detailed analysis of some of the guiding principles behind Spell Valley. But for now, have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for more Spell Valley content. Cheers.